Welcome back, coin collectors and rare coin lovers from all over the world. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating and unbelievable story of a truly legendary coin, the 1964 Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. If you think an ordinary-looking old penny in your pocket change cannot be worth life-changing money, then stay tuned because the truth about this rare coin will absolutely blow your mind. Right now, this incredible coin has a current market value of $67,934, and it continues to shock collectors at auctions and online markets. Now, let's go all the way back in time to understand how the 1964 Lincoln penny became one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in United States history. The year was 1964. The United States was undergoing rapid changes in its economy, society, and politics. At this time, the Denver Mint was in full swing, producing billions of coins to meet the increasing demand of a booming post-war America. One of the most widely produced and circulated coins was the Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that had been in use since its introduction in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The 1964 Lincoln penny struck at the Denver Mint carries the small letter D beneath the year, which indicates its place of minting. That D mint mark may seem insignificant, but in the world of coin collecting, it tells a story of how and where the coin was made. During that year, the Denver Mint produced over 3 billion Lincoln pennies. That might make you think this coin is common and not worth much, but here is where things get really interesting. Out of the billions of pennies minted that year, a very small number were struck with errors, unique qualities, rare metal compositions, or in exceptionally high grades that were never meant for everyday circulation. These error coins and high-grade specimens are what transform an ordinary coin into a rare and valuable treasure. Some of the most valuable 1964 Lincoln 1-cent pennies were struck on the wrong metal planchets, meaning the copper content was not consistent with standard minting. Others were double-struck, had die cracks, or showed strong doubling on letters and numbers, known as doubled die errors. There are even coins from this year with repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, and other minting mistakes that make them incredibly desirable. Let us not forget, another key factor in value is the condition of the coin. A 1964 penny that is found in a circulated, worn-out condition might only be worth its face value. But one that was preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition with a perfect or near-perfect grade from professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can command tens of thousands of dollars. In fact, the highest price ever recorded for a 1964 Lincoln penny in stunning red, uncirculated condition was a jaw-dropping $67,934. That amount was paid by a passionate collector who understood the significance, rarity, and investment value of this historic penny. Now you may be asking, how can you find one of these valuable 1964 Lincoln pennies in your own collection or even in pocket change? The first step is to look for the date and mint mark. Make sure the penny says 1964 with the D mint mark just under the year. Next, check the coin under a magnifying glass or microscope. Look closely for any errors like doubling on the date or letters, misaligned designs, or unusual metal colors. Also examine the edges, surface, and overall shine of the coin. The redder and more vibrant the coin appears, the higher its grade could be. If you believe your coin could be a rare version, the best thing you can do is have it professionally graded and authenticated. The story of the 1964 Lincoln 1-cent penny is a perfect example of how history, rarity, and small minting mistakes can turn an ordinary coin into a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. This coin is not just a piece of copper. It is a piece of American history. It represents an era of growth, change, and resilience in the United States, and it holds the power to change the life of anyone lucky enough to find the right one. So next time you check your change or go through your old coin jar, do not overlook that small 1964 Lincoln penny. It could be the exact coin collectors all over the world are searching for. Whether you are a beginner or expert in the coin collecting world, always keep your eyes open for these historic treasures. Thank you for watching this video. If you learned something new today or got inspired to check your coin collection, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on rare coin news and discoveries that could bring you big money. Stay tuned for our next video where we uncover another rare coin that has changed lives and created millionaires. Until then, happy collecting and may your next coin be the jackpot. Welcome back to our channel where we uncover the most valuable and historic coins hiding in plain sight. Today, we are diving deep into the incredible story of the 1970 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This seemingly ordinary coin has taken the numismatic world by storm due to its unique characteristics, scarcity, and skyrocketing value. Stay with us to the very end as we break down why this coin is worth an astonishing $89,934 in today's market, and how you can find out if you have one in your collection. Let's begin with the rich background of the Lincoln 1-cent penny itself. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head penny and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original reverse displayed 2 wheat ears, which remained until 1958. In 1959, the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial in celebration of the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This reverse design remained in place through the year 2008. By 1970, the Lincoln Memorial reverse had become familiar to the American public, but little did people know that some coins minted that year would turn out to be incredibly rare and valuable. Now, let's talk specifically about the 1970 Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark. This coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which at that time did not use a mint mark on its 1-cent coins. While Philadelphia struck millions of pennies that year, what makes the 1970 no-mint mark penny special lies not just in where it was minted, but in the variety of errors and rarities that occurred during production. One of the most remarkable features found in some of these coins is the double die obverse, where the design elements on the front of the coin appear to be duplicated due to a misalignment in the die. This doubling is most visible in the inscriptions such as "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1970. Such doubling errors are extremely rare and are highly sought after by collectors. The more prominent and clearly visible the doubling is, the higher the value climbs. In addition to doubling, some 1970 no-mint mark pennies have strong strike quality, near-perfect centering, and sharp detail, especially when found in mint state condition or higher. Coins graded MS65 or better are especially desirable. Red designation also plays a huge role in its value. A coin that has retained its original red copper luster is far more valuable than one that has toned brown or red-brown over time. Another important factor contributing to the astronomical value of certain 1970 no-mint mark pennies is their extreme rarity and top condition. Over the years, most of these coins went into circulation and experienced significant wear. Finding one that has been preserved in nearly pristine condition is like discovering a needle in a haystack. The combination of rare mint errors, high grade, strong red color, and no visible signs of handling all contribute to the high demand among collectors. Now, let's talk about the current market value. The 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny has set auction records and continues to draw major interest in the numismatic community. According to verified auction results and trusted coin grading services, one example of this rare and exceptional coin sold for an eye-watering $89,934. That's right, a single penny, originally worth just 1 cent, has achieved a value close to $90,000. This was due to its incredible condition, its strong doubling on the obverse, and its preserved red color. The coin was certified and authenticated by a top-tier grading company, and when it hit the auction block, collectors went into a bidding frenzy. So, what does this mean for you? Well, if you have a collection of pennies, especially Lincoln cents from the 1970s, it is absolutely worth going through them carefully. Look for the 1970 no-mint mark penny, examine it under a magnifying glass, and check for doubling on the date and the lettering. If you spot anything unusual, it could be a strong candidate for professional grading. And remember, condition is everything. A coin that's been well preserved and kept in a protective case stands a much better chance of achieving high value. Even if your 1970 penny doesn't have doubling, if it is in brilliant uncirculated red condition, it may still fetch a premium price. Collectors are always on the lookout for exceptional specimens, and the market continues to reward those who take the time to check their change and sort through old coin jars. In conclusion, the 1970 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is far more than a piece of pocket change. It's a hidden treasure, a historic artifact, and a symbol of the potential value that lies in our everyday currency. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep an eye out for this gem. It might just change your financial future. And if you ever come across a coin like this, do not spend it or sell it hastily. Have it professionally evaluated and understand its true worth before making any decisions. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We'll be back soon with another incredible coin story that just might be sitting in your pocket right now. Until next time, happy hunting and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Welcome back to the channel where we reveal the incredible secrets behind the most valuable and rare coins that could be hiding in your pocket change right now. Today's video is all about the legendary 1972 mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. You won't believe how one small copper coin could end up being worth as much as $54,727 in today's coin market. So, if you think you might have one of these coins lying around somewhere, you better watch this video all the way to the end, because what you're about to discover could change your life forever. Let's begin with a deep dive into the rich history of the Lincoln penny itself. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent became the first United States coin to feature a real person rather than a symbolic figure. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original obverse portrait of Lincoln remains one of the most iconic and enduring images on any American coin. The reverse design, featuring two wheat stalks, lasted until 1958, after which it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design starting in 1959. The Lincoln Memorial reverse, which appeared on the 1972 penny, was designed by Frank Gasparo and symbolizes the nation's tribute to one of its greatest presidents. Now let's focus on the year 1972, a year that produced millions of Lincoln cents, but not all were created equal. The Denver Mint, represented by the D mint mark located just below the date, struck over 2.6 billion of these coins. At first glance, this seems like an ordinary coin, and most of them are worth only face value. But here's where things get interesting. While the vast majority of these coins were mass-produced and circulated heavily, a small number of 1972 Lincoln pennies were struck with remarkable quality, unique errors, or exceptionally rare features that now command massive premiums in the collector's market. One of the most prized and desirable versions of the 1972 Lincoln cent is the double die variety. Although the most famous double die comes from the Philadelphia Mint version, certain error coins from the Denver Mint have been found with strong repunched mint marks, die cracks, off-center strikes, and other minting anomalies that elevate their value significantly. Even a minor flaw like a die break across Lincoln's face or a shifted mint mark can turn a 1-cent coin into a collector's dream worth thousands. Another important factor in the value of the 1972 penny is its condition. Coins that have never been circulated and are preserved in pristine condition, known as mint state, are worth much more than worn or damaged examples. A 1972 penny graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC is considered extremely rare. Coins with deep red luster, sharp details, and no visible wear are the top of the grading scale and can command astonishing prices at auction. So just how much can a rare 1972 mint Mark Lincoln penny be worth today? While most examples in average condition may only be worth a few cents, The top-graded and most flawless coins with perfect strikes and no flaws can fetch as much as $54,727 on the open market. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny from 1972 with AD mint mark, if it meets the right conditions and features, can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for these hidden gems, and the demand for rare Lincoln pennies has never been stronger. Coin auctions and online marketplaces have recorded sales of stunning 1972 Lincoln pennies in ultra-high-grade conditions reaching well over 5 figures. These coins are not only valuable because of their rarity, but also because of the rich historical context they represent and the growing passion within the coin collecting community. If you want to know whether you have a valuable 1972 Lincoln penny, you need to examine your coin carefully. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, repunched mint marks, unusual die cracks, or any features that stand out. Then consider having your coin professionally graded to determine its market value. The right combination of condition, rarity, and uniqueness could land you one of the most valuable 1-cent coins in U.S. history. So there you have it, the incredible story behind the 1972 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. A small piece of copper that could be hiding in your jar of spare change, waiting to deliver a big surprise. Don't underestimate the power of old coins. What looks like a penny could be worth as much as $54,727 if you know what to look for. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins and want to learn more about valuable pennies, nickels, quarters, and other collectible coins that could make you rich, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Leave a comment below if you think you might have a rare coin in your collection. Until next time, keep checking your change and stay curious, because the next coin that changes your life might be just 1 penny away. Welcome back to the channel where we bring you the most fascinating and valuable stories behind the coins sitting in your collection or even hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible history, details, and current jaw-dropping market value of one of the most mysterious and sought-after coins in the world of rare U.S. coinage, the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. A coin that might appear ordinary to the untrained eye, but which has fetched up to $82,736 in recent auctions due to its remarkable rarity, unique background, and nearly flawless condition when preserved properly. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you might want to dig through your change jar or old coin albums to see if you are sitting on a small fortune. Let's first set the stage with some history. The year was 1976, a year of celebration in the United States. It marked the nation's bicentennial, the 200th anniversary of American independence. Across the country, Americans were celebrating their history, their heritage, and their freedom. The U.S. Mint issued special designs for the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins to commemorate this monumental occasion. However, no changes were made to the Lincoln cent, which retained its familiar design introduced in 1959. The portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, created by Frank Casparo. Now here's where things get interesting. In 1976, Lincoln cents were produced at multiple mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, coins struck at the Denver Mint bear a small d mint mark, while those struck at the San Francisco Mint are often proofs or collector's issues and bear an S mint mark. Coins produced in Philadelphia traditionally did not carry a mint mark at all during that time, which is the case with the 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny, but wait, just because it has no mint mark doesn't make it instantly valuable. So why is this particular 1976 penny worth over $82,000 today? The answer lies in a combination of ultra-rare errors, extraordinary condition, and collector demand. The most valuable 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny ever discovered was found in what collectors call mint state condition, graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC. This specific coin was virtually flawless, with a strong strike, full luster, and absolutely no signs of wear. It was preserved in pristine condition since the day it left the mint. likely stored away in a roll or a collector's folder for decades. But that's not all. What made this coin truly exceptional was that it exhibited a rare double die obverse, also known as a DDO. This means that during the minting process, the coin was struck by a die that had been misaligned or doubled, causing the date and lettering, such as the word liberty and the phrase "In God We Trust," to appear slightly doubled. This is a highly desirable error among collectors and instantly increases a coin's value. Adding to its rarity was the fact that this particular penny had a sharply detailed strike, deep red copper color, and zero damage from circulation. When it was submitted to a top-tier grading service, it received one of the highest grades ever given to a coin of its kind, MS 67 Red, a near-perfect gem. This coin's story spread rapidly through coin forums, collector magazines, and auction houses. When it went up for sale, it caught the attention of elite collectors across the globe, all vying to add this nearly mythical coin to their private collections. The final hammer price? A staggering $82,736. That's right, what began life as a humble 1-cent piece became worth more than some brand new luxury cars. Now you may be wondering, could I possibly have one of these rare and valuable coins? The answer is yes, it's possible, though very rare. If you have a 1976 penny without a mint mark, the first step is to check its condition. If it's worn, scratched, or corroded, its value is likely only a cent. But if it appears shiny, has no signs of circulation, and looks nearly flawless, it may be worth getting professionally graded. You'll also want to look closely, preferably with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, at the date and lettering on the obverse side of the coin. Look for any signs of doubling in the letters or numbers. If you think you see something unusual, it's a good idea to have it examined by a professional numismatist or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Another major factor that drives value is color. Lincoln pennies are graded not just by wear, but by color: brown, red-brown, and red. Red coins are those that have retained at least 95% of their original copper color and shine. These red examples are the most valuable by far, especially when they are found in high mint state grades like MS 66 or MS 67. Let's also talk about market trends. As of now, collectors are paying a premium for error coins and exceptionally preserved cents from the 1970s, particularly those from significant historical years like 1976. With inflation and growing interest in alternative assets like rare coins, these kinds of collectibles are seeing rising demand. People are turning to tangible pieces of history, not just for investment, but for their historical value and uniqueness, and this is what makes the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny so special. It's not just a coin, it's a story frozen in copper. A story of American history, rare minting phenomena, and the magic that happens when an everyday object becomes a treasure. It's proof that sometimes the most valuable things are hiding in the most ordinary places. So, if you come across an old penny from 1976 with no mint mark, take a closer look. It just might change your life. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or a curious treasure hunter, never underestimate the power of a simple penny. It could be worth more than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible story of the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories, rare finds, and valuable collector tips. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a 1976 penny in your own collection and what you discovered. Until next time, keep hunting, stay curious, and happy collecting. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. In today's episode, we're exploring one of the most sought-after and talked-about Lincoln cents of the late 20th century, the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be surprised to learn that this little copper coin, which many people overlook or toss into jars, could be worth an absolute fortune. We're going to take you through the full history, the coin's unique features, what makes it so valuable today, and how its current market value has soared up to an astonishing $56,723. Let's begin with the history of this iconic coin. The Lincoln 1-cent penny has a long and proud legacy in United States coinage. First minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the penny featuring his portrait became the first U.S. coin to bear the image of a real person. This design was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, and over the decades, the Lincoln cent has undergone a few changes, but the classic obverse portrait of Lincoln has remained largely untouched. Fast forward to the year 1977. America was going through a time of transition. Jimmy Carter had just been elected president, Elvis Presley tragically passed away, and inflation was beginning to rise. During this period, the United States Mint was producing billions of coins for circulation. That year, the Mint struck Lincoln 1-cent coins at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The ones minted in Denver bear a D mint mark, and those from San Francisco usually carry an S mint mark, often used for proof sets. However, coins minted in Philadelphia traditionally had no mint mark at all. This is where our focus lies, the 1977 Lincoln cent with no mint mark. Now you may be asking, if the Philadelphia Mint always produced coins without a mint mark, what makes the 1977 no mint mark penny so special? That's a great question, and the answer lies in the tiny but significant details that collectors hunt for. First, not all no mint mark coins from 1977 are valuable. The average 1977 Philadelphia penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and is worth just face value in circulation. However, a very limited number of these coins were struck with such pristine quality and with rare errors or exceptional conditions that they command incredible prices in today's numismatic market. What kind of features can make a 1977 no mint mark penny worth tens of thousands of dollars? Let's look at a few. One key factor is the coin's condition. Collectors place a huge premium on coins that are in mint state, especially those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. These coins show no wear and retain their original luster. Another factor is error coins. Some 1977 no mint mark pennies were struck off-center, double-struck, or have other minting anomalies that make them incredibly rare. These error coins are extremely valuable to collectors who specialize in mistakes that happened during the minting process. One of the most astonishing sales involved a 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny that was preserved in an exceptional mint state condition with extremely high grading. This particular coin, due to its perfect surfaces, sharp details, and historical significance, sold for an unbelievable $56,723 in a recent high-profile auction. That's right, this small copper penny that once could buy a piece of candy now holds the power of tens of thousands of dollars if you find the right buyer. The story does not end there. Coin dealers, auction houses, and passionate collectors are always on the lookout for these types of high-value coins. That means if you happen to come across a 1977 penny with no mint mark in your spare change, or maybe tucked away in an old coin collection passed down from a family member, it could be worth a fortune. The key is to carefully inspect the coin. Look for sharp details, signs of errors, and lack of damage. If you believe your coin may be valuable, the best thing you can do is have it professionally graded and authenticated. Even more amazing is the fact that these rare finds are still being discovered in the wild. There are countless stories of everyday people who stumbled upon what they thought was a regular penny, only to discover later that they were holding a highly valuable piece of American coinage history. In fact, it is coins like the 1977 no mint mark Lincoln cent that inspire a new generation of collectors and treasure hunters. What should you do now? Start checking your change. Dig through those old coin jars. Examine every penny from 1977 that does not have a mint mark under the date. If you think you may have a winner, protect the coin, don't clean it, and consult with a professional coin appraiser or send it to a grading service. You never know, you could be the next lucky person to turn a penny into over $56,000. Thank you for watching today's deep dive into the 1977 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more coin secrets and million-dollar penny stories. Drop a comment if you found any interesting coins recently or if you're going to start your hunt today. Until next time, keep collecting and keep believing because treasure could be hiding right in your pocket. This is your host signing off, and remember, in the world of coins, 1 cent could be worth a lifetime.